This is our transition. There it is.
Oh, man.
Right, there's our transition. We can't just come here and swing. We need to come here and have a transition and swing.
Felt that snap.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Scott McMurray with Scott McMurray Golf. And you talk about dedication. I'm here with one of my new students, Jeff. Can't even see yet, but it's the only time we can get this lesson in this week. It'll be our 4th lesson, and today we're going to talk about step number 3, the downswing mechanics. How to start the downswing, what starts it, and how the club reacts. This is in hopes that we can get our hips and shoulders open at impact, create better lag or maintain better lag, and have a forward low point. So that divots out in front of the ball. All right. Jeff, how's things going today? I mean,
man, nice and early, ready to go.
The game going good?
Oh yeah, feeling good.
All right, you want to hit a few warm-up shots?
Yeah, let's do it.
Can't even see the ball this morning, huh, Jeff? That's kind of why I had to.
Went straight, right?
They all went straight as heck. Sounded much better.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So grip looks pretty good. Setup looks pretty good. Off early. Sun's coming out. Get that lean of the shaft with the iron, and that'll have to get the hands ahead of the ball. Right. Right. So your hands should always be out towards that right thigh. Okay, go ahead and set up to an imaginary ball. I want you to take it to the top. It doesn't have to be all the way to the top, and stop. Just gonna focus in on your shoulders to see if you have that good turn. Good. Let's do it again from the back view. Looked okay from there. This is gonna watch hand path. Okay. The only thing I can say is just really make sure that that first foot with shoulders. Really loosen up the grip. Keep those forearms together. Remember how the left's going to be on top of the right on this in this position? I'm opposite.
Yep, let me see where my hands are when.
Just feel like we're sweeping that shoulder back. It's there you go. It's going to go back right away. Good. That'll get the handle deeper at the top. Good. Let's hit one more like that when you're ready.
This ball has a big cut in it.
Well, I think it's got a big cut in it, and I think you can't tell because it's still dark. You're in a hole, in a little divot. Good swing. I stood close to you to put the pressure on, but so just a little review
Balance
going. Balance issues, and that's what's going to happen today. We're going to use our legs to start the downswing, so we can get open.
Yep.
But back to just what we did: forward shaft of the forward lean of the shaft. Make sure we turn so the handle's deeper at the top. Good, and then you're going to hit it better immediately. All right, let's get into the legs today.
Yeah, let's get into the legs.
Well, this is step 3, how to start the downswing. I'm going to ask you to take it to the top and just start your downswing for me in front of the camera. All right, so do it again and stop at the top and start. So everything's moving simultaneously, right? And eventually I want you to almost try to hold those hands back there as we get the legs going first. Okay. So we're gonna use the bag today. We're gonna use that little ball behind you to stick in between your knees. We're gonna get mechanical again. We've gone over the takeaway and the hinge, tempo, some general things. We're hitting the ball better overall, but now we're gonna go back to mechanics. So this is gonna sit, let me get my club again. I'll explain what we're doing first. If I don't trip. This is going to go between your knees, a little harder because of the dew this morning. We'll take it back about 3/4. I don't want to really worry about the other things when I'm working on the downswing. Now we're into the last parts of the swing, right? The downswing. So we always get up here and freeze. First move is going to drop that ball. So your right knee, in this case my left, is going to go back out over the toes. I'm trying to put the pressure back on the left side before I actually swing.
So it starts with the left leg.
Yeah.
Downswing starts with your left leg, my right.
Absolutely. Remember some of the times in our earlier lessons I asked you to dose the pressure in the right side for you.
Right.
So you feel it more. And when it starts coming off and we sway, I notice it and I keep more of a base.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to come in handy now. I want you to still feel that, but notice even if I dose my left side and swing, pressure shifts. My first job is to get the pressure back on that front side. I'm going to hold this back here. You drop the ball. So right knee out over the right foot.
Right now?
Yep. Good. Now start turning your belt buckle or your hips. Turn them around you. There you go. Very, very good. Very, very good. So in other words, let's keep it out there. Don't hit it hard this time because I'm going to be out here. We got 2 moves. All focus on the hips and the reaction of that club staying back. That's why I want you about 3/4.
Okay.
So go ahead and take it but to the top and stop. Drop the ball. That's move 1. Whoops, whoops. So, whoop.
I went too fast there.
You went simultaneous. And this is back
Ball
to...
drops and then I go down?
So, this is more of a mechanical drill. You can watch this in your web lesson. Take it to the top and freeze.
Yep.
Left knee or just your right. Otherwise, if both these knees go, we're going to shift the pressure off here and ruin our base, not drop the ball. So, it's a circular motion. Ready?
Yep.
That knee move back circular. This is 1. 2 would be the hips, your right hip, around me or behind me. Ready?
Yep. Okay.
Obviously, the shoulders kind of have to follow. So, the belt buckle, the hips, and shoulders are open when we make contact with the bag.
My mathematical brain, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Starts here.
That's a perfect sequence. So we've just learned a sequence of events
Yes.
on the downswing. Instead of, Jeff, club and everything.
Right.
Right? Club's going to come last.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how my brain, right now, everything comes.
Sure.
Go hit a ball.
Sure, and that's why we dump the club, we dump the energy, and we hit behind the ball. There you go. Nope. See, that didn't...
Start going at the same time.
Right. So your hips slid up like this. Let's look at that. Take it to the top.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about tilt? Tilt's a position, rotary's a motion, right? So, at this point in time, you have left shoulder tilt. You have left hip tilt. That's good. If you do what you just did and keep the ball in there. Yeah, see how the left or the right hip went up? Sorry, right hip tilt, right shoulder tilt. See how it's high too soon?
Yep.
When you do this first move, watch that hip. It's going to stay down. It's going to stay down. You get flat, then it retilts. That's where it's high. If we get a high here, we can't really turn, and we're going to slide, and we're going to hurt our hip.
So we got to open up
Yep.
the right before we can come through with the left.
So let's get very specific. First move's right knee, back over the foot. Second move's right hip, back up behind me. Good, good. Not bad. Feel the pressure in the ground. Good. Very little energy, quite a pop into the bag, right?
Yes.
Right, because this club's following now. Now look at the difference from behind. Before, the club got steep. See how it's coming outside the circle out in front of your body over your head? That's why I have this tennis ball in here to feel the weight to try to keep it behind me and low. So here, I can't really hit the ball first and the ground second, and I can't produce any energy because I've wasted it from here to here. But if the club shallows out and comes last, right, I could produce tons of energy there.
Mechanically, it looks
very little effort.
It looks effortless with the power.
It is, right.
Like in order to have power here, you have to be able to have an open base to turn it all into.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's kind of what I'm seeing.
Absolutely.
It's cool.
Absolutely. So let's do something else. The same thing, but I'm going to grab your club. So take it to the top and freeze.
Top?
Yeah, well, a little top, little guy top. Now, shift your weight. Good. And turn. Go. Right, feel the club come down.
There we go.
And around, right.
Just kind of wasn't expecting it.
Right, so I'm going to hold, exactly, that was the first time. I'm going to hold on to it. I'll be safe. When you turn, take your time and stop though. I'll let go. Okay. Shift your weight. And now turn. Open. Good. So you didn't really use the hands. That's what I'm trying to prove here. In this drill with this bag here, I don't want you to feel like you're hit at it. Openings, hitting at it, right? Well, here you are in real life. Go. And because of that in real life, let's go again slower. Go. See where we just hit? 3 inches behind the ball.
By making my hands go first, that's making inconsistencies.
Right, as far as where we straight the ground, I can't get my body out of the way.
That's why it's all
absolutely
here and then here and then here.
Right, and this is coming last.
Okay.
Our first functional drill, and let's see if I even come close to pulling it off this early. It's just a little guy. So that was all legs, and I tried not to really hit at it. Notice how the club's still in front of the triangle. That means I didn't try to hit at it with my hands and arms.
Like just a pitch.
So this is going to be tough stuff. This is taking it to that next step. We've seen some good things already, and that's why we had a small review.
Yeah.
I want you to think of those things on the golf course, because those things can get better.
Yes, sir.
Now we need to go buy an impact bag and maybe a ball, or fashion an impact bag out of a duffel bag.
Okay.
And this is your drill without a ball under your right foot. 1, 2.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be hot. I'll tell you this though, for speed, if I'm bored, and we won't do the old wet bag this smart, right? For speed, it's going to be 2.
It still felt in my head like 2, not 3.
1, 2. 2 is going to be the fastest, right? And I was too close to the bag that time. Soft arms, soft grip pressure. Let the arms and the club come with the body. So the connection's here. That's going to help this connection too.
Yeah. Feel that.
You felt that, and that's all we need today. It was simultaneous. There wasn't a break. There wasn't a transition. This is our transition. There it is.
Oh, man.
Right, there's our transition. We can't just come here and swing. We need to come here and have a transition and swing.
Felt that snap.